Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately and do not move past this video. I am not asking for your attention today, I am commanding it. That heavy, suffocating feeling in your chest right now is not an accident. You wake up at 3 a.m. with your jaw tight, while your heart races, and the silence in your room feels completely deafening. And every single night, you stare at the ceiling in the dark, desperately wondering why everyone you poured your soul into suddenly decided to walk away. Listen to me very carefully. This is a divine alignment. The algorithm absolutely did not bring you to this message today. God intercepted your feed because you are standing at the exact threshold of a permanent timeline shift. The enemy is working overtime to distract you right now. He is whispering in your ear while hoping you will swipe away. But he knows that if you stay and hear this specific revelation, his tight hold over your life breaks completely and forever. If you leave before the end of this broadcast, you will forfeit the exact prophetic instruction you need. You have been crying out for a breakthrough. You have been begging heaven for an answer about your current season. This is that answer. Do not let the matrix steal your blessing. Lock your attention on my voice right now. The verdict on your next 10 years is about to be read, loud and clear. Let us talk about that overwhelming emptiness. Your phone barely rings anymore. The text messages have completely stopped. The people who used to fill your weekends are nowhere to be found. And when you look around your life right now, you see nothing but empty space and absolute quiet. You feel utterly abandoned. You sit on your bed and you replay every single conversation, trying to find the exact moment you made a mistake. You sit in the silence and wonder if you are the toxic one or if your standards are just too high. The isolation feels like a physical punishment pressing down on your shoulders. You gave them everything you had. You acted as their emotional stabilizer when their world was falling apart. But the moment you needed support, they vanished into thin air like you meant absolutely nothing to them. Stop swallowing that pain. Stop waiting in wound for an apology that will never arrive. I need to completely reframe your reality right here and right now. You did not do anything wrong. You are not broken. This profound isolation you are experiencing is not a penalty for your mistakes. It is a divine quarantine designed to protect your pure frequency from a highly contaminated environment. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. Your spirit operates on a level that absolutely terrifies the average people around you. They could never match your depth. They just wanted to use your energy as a charging station for their own depleted souls. And the moment heaven saw them draining your precious life force, a massive spiritual intervention was immediately activated. Those people did not reject you. They were spiritually evicted from your timeline. The universe forced them out because a massive collapse is about to happen in their world. If you were still standing next to them, the debris from their inevitable downfall would have crushed you completely. You are hidden right now. You are being protected from a blast radius you cannot even see yet. Someone who treated you as an option is currently experiencing a massive internal malfunction. They are trying to hide it. They are posting pictures and pretending their life is perfect. But behind closed doors, they are unraveling in ways nobody has ever witnessed. I am going to show you the exact spiritual X-ray of their current meltdown, so you can finally understand the truth. Do not scroll away from this revelation. What I am about to reveal was sealed in the throne room of heaven until this very second. You thought your silence meant you were losing the battle. You thought your lack of retaliation made you look weak in front of the people who betrayed you. But your silence was actually a lethal weapon. It completely starved their demons, and now they are suffocating in the loud noise of their own chaotic making. Pay close attention to your body right now. Notice how your breathing is starting to change. That sudden warmth in your hands is your cellular intuition recognizing the absolute truth. Your spirit knows exactly why you are here today. Your spirit remembers the divine mandate you agreed to before you even entered this earthly matrix. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been desperately waiting for. This is why you must stay until the final second of this message. There is a specific decree that must be spoken over your life to unlock the next door. The dark elite want you confused. They want you feeling rejected and small. They designed this matrix programming to convince you that isolation equals total failure in life. But they are terrified of what happens when you finally wake up to your power. The veil is being lifted right now. The truth about why your specific energy threatens them so much is about to be exposed. Prepare your heart for this next revelation. The true reason for your empty room is far more glorious than you could ever imagine, and your victory is already secured. Now let us go deeper into your current reality, because what you are feeling right now is not new. There is a profound physical reason you have been carrying that intense, heavy weight all week. You feel a constant pressure in your chest and a strange fog clouding your beautiful mind. Your shoulders ache with an invisible burden, and you constantly feel like you are walking through thick mud just to get through a basic day. I need you to know that you are not crazy. This heavy feeling is absolutely not a medical condition. That suffocating tightness at 3 a.m. is your highly advanced spirit detecting the frantic energy of the narcissists. Those broken people are currently starving for your pure light. Your body is physically absorbing the shock waves of their desperate spiritual hunger. You are feeling the withdrawal symptoms of people who can no longer feed on your radiant soul. You have spent your entire life as the ultimate stabilizer for a deeply chaotic world. You gracefully walked into rooms carrying an overwhelming peace. You patiently listened to their endless daily complaints. You held their hands when they were completely falling apart and had nowhere else to turn. And you constantly poured your sacred energy into bottomless pits, mistakenly believing that your pure love could heal their deeply broken foundations. But they were never looking for healing. They were just looking for a human battery to sustain their toxic matrix programming. They latched onto your profound empathy because they have absolutely no light of their own. You became the sanctuary for emotional vampires. You selflessly gave them everything you had inside your heart. And the moment you needed a single drop of compassion in return, they turned their backs and left you in the cold. I see the silent tears you shed when nobody is watching. I know how deeply it hurts to be treated as completely disposable by the exact people you would have died for. You sit alone in your empty room and analyze every single word you ever said to them. You torture yourself with endless questions. You wonder if you loved them too much, or if you were simply too difficult to understand. You must stop internalizing their massive failures right this second. You must completely reject this false narrative of self-blame. You did not push them away because you are flawed or hard to love. Your personal standards are absolutely not too high for them. Your protective boundaries are not unreasonable in any way. The raw truth is that your pure frequency became a blinding spotlight that exposed every single one of their hidden demons. You were never the anomaly in someone else's otherwise healthy life. You were always the terrifying mirror to their dark souls. When they looked at you, they did not just see a friend or a partner. They saw a clear reflection of their own spiritual poverty. Your mere existence reminded them of everything they are too cowardly to become. And instead of stepping up to your royal level, they chose to run away and hide in the dark. This is the ultimate burden of the cycle breaker. You are the black sheep of a bloodline that is deeply comfortable in its own dysfunction. You always felt like you did not belong anywhere because your spirit remembers a higher dimension. Heaven deployed you behind enemy lines to shatter generational curses. You were sent to break chains that have plagued your family for decades. But you cannot heal people who are fiercely committed to their own sickness. You cannot drag them into the promised land if they are deeply in love with their chains. God saw that their constant drain on your energy was going to destroy your divine mandate. He watched them siphon your joy and weaponize your beautiful empathy against you. And heaven finally said, "Enough is enough." The isolation you are currently sitting in is a sacred fortress. It is not a prison cell. The universe literally had to build a wall of absolute silence around you to protect your cellular alignment. If those people were still in your life right now, they would sabotage the massive miracle that is traveling toward you at this very second. Your empty room is a heavily guarded sanctuary. You are being hidden in the shadow of the Almighty. This is your critical incubation season. Every person who abandoned you was a divine interception disguised as a painful rejection. They were removed from your timeline so you could finally learn how to breathe without inhaling their toxic exhaust. You are shedding the heavy weight of relationships that were slowly suffocating your brilliant spirit. Think about the immense peace that is returning to your nervous system. Yes, the house is quiet, and the weekends are completely empty, but you are no longer walking on eggshells around unpredictable master manipulators. You are no longer shrinking your massive light just to make small-minded people feel comfortable in your presence. You are finally breathing the clean air of true spiritual freedom. We are about to enter the most critical part of this divine transmission. I am going to reveal exactly what is happening in the camp of your enemies while you sit in this protected silence. If your spirit confirms this raw truth today, gently press the like button right now to seal your energetic alignment with heaven. Put a spiritual shield around this profound revelation and prepare yourself for the next shift. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here and right now. The Matrix programming has lied to you since the day you were born. It tried to convince you that if you do not have a loud crowd constantly validating your existence, you are utterly worthless and deeply broken inside. But this is a massive illusion crafted by the dark elite. It is designed to keep you trapped in constant fear. You must understand the profound difference between rejection and divine redirection. What you call a painful season of loneliness is actually your sacred formation season. Heaven literally had to clear the room so you could hear your own thoughts again. God forced everyone out of your immediate circle because their chaotic noise was constantly drowning out the specific divine instructions you desperately needed to survive. Think about how a diamond is actually formed deep beneath the earth. It does not become precious by sitting on the surface in the bright sunshine. It requires intense pressure and absolute darkness to reach its ultimate value. You are the irreplaceable diamond of your bloodline, and right now you are deliberately buried in the dark to crystallize your massive spiritual power. Your enemies desperately want you to panic in this deep spiritual silence. They want you to frantically text them and beg for their toxic crumbs of attention. They are aggressively waiting for you to break no contact and surrender your hard-earned peace. Because as long as you are constantly chasing their cheap validation, they can easily control your frequency and drain your radiant energy. You did not crack under the immense weight of their cruel betrayal. You calmly retreated into your fortress and you locked the heavy doors behind you. The dark elite do not know how to handle a chosen one who refuses to play their twisted games. Your sudden absence from their daily drama is disrupting their entire operation, and they are utterly terrified of your quiet obedience to heaven. Listen closely, because this is the exact part the enemy tried to hide from you. There is a highly classified secret about the profound isolation you are sitting in today. The universe is not just protecting you from their current toxic behavior, it is actively shielding you from a massive catastrophic event that is about to strike their specific timeline very soon. If you were still emotionally attached to those broken people, their sudden downfall would have dragged you straight into the abyss. God saw the devastating spiritual ambush waiting for you in the near future. He saw the dangerous traps they were secretly laying under your feet, so he pulled you out of the matrix to keep you completely safe. This brings us to a critical distinction that eludes the vast majority of people. Your physical body goes through a literal cellular reset. The profound exhaustion you feel is just your tired nervous system rebooting today. When you finally unplug from the toxic matrix, you begin shedding decades of deep generational trauma and heavy demonic programming from your shoulders. Pay close attention to this next revelation. I am about to expose the most lethal spiritual weapon you possess right now. It is a specific weapon born entirely from your current silence in this lonely season, and it is the exact tool that is currently suffocating the people who tried to destroy your beautiful reputation behind your back. This weapon does not require you to lift a single physical finger in defense. You do not have to argue with their flying monkeys today. You do not need to defend your good name in the public square. While you are resting peacefully in your hidden sanctuary, your absolute silence is executing a flawless divine justice on your behalf. They expected your departure to completely destroy your resilient spirit. They waited with bated breath for you to fail publicly and come crawling back. Instead, you bravely walked out, and you immediately started to age backwards. You boldly stepped into your untouchable, ageless glow, while they slowly began to wither away in the heavy poison of their own bitter resentment. You must embrace this divine quarantine with absolute and complete gratitude. Stop looking at your empty calendar as a sign of personal failure or defeat. Every single empty chair at your dining table is a heavy curse you successfully dodged. Every unread message on your quiet phone is a demonic attachment that heaven personally severed to protect your glorious future from absolute ruin. Stay with me as we transition into the most intense part of this prophetic broadcast. We are going to unlock the exact mechanism of your silent weapon. I am going to show you how your absence is currently dismantling the narcissist. Because when a master manipulator realizes they can never access your pure energy again, their entire fake reality shatters into pieces. The remnant is rising across the earth right now. You are a vital and irreplaceable part of this elite spiritual army. The formation season always feels incredibly lonely, because true kings and queens do not train in crowded public squares. They are always forged in absolute secrecy and profound darkness. They are meticulously prepared in silence before they are crowned in front of their defeated enemies. Let us break down exactly what happened behind their closed doors. The people who abandoned you are deeply corrupted. They look totally normal on the outside, but underneath that carefully constructed mask, they are completely hollow vessels driven by an endless and consuming envy. They are spiritual parasites, desperately searching for a pure host to infect. They recognized your radiant light the very first second you walked into the room. They knew immediately you possessed a rare divine frequency. They could never naturally achieve that beautiful state, so they created a fake version of themselves just to get close to your pure warmth and siphon your joy. They aggressively mirrored your profound empathy. But here is the raw, uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. Your pure existence constantly reminded them of their own rotting core. Every time you showed genuine compassion, it highlighted their absolute lack of humanity. You were the terrifying mirror they simply could not escape, and your high frequency was literally burning their demonic attachments every single day. They could not elevate themselves to your royal level, so they decided to drag you down into their muddy swamp. They recruited a pathetic army of flying monkeys to assist in their dark mission. These enablers are weak-minded individuals who lack the courage to stand up for the truth when it matters most. They blindly follow the manipulator. The flying monkeys eagerly participated in the smear campaign against your good name. They whispered vicious lies behind your back while smiling straight into your face. They helped build a massive false narrative to make you look utterly unstable. But they completely miscalculated your profound spiritual strength because they genuinely thought their coordinated attack would finally break your beautiful mind. This is exactly where their entire manipulation spectacularly failed. They expected you to fight back in the mud and beg for their fake approval, but you chose the high path of total isolation. You immediately activated the lethal weapon of your absolute silence. And that profound silence is the exact weapon currently suffocating the master manipulator to a slow and agonizing death. Your silence stripped away their only source of energetic oxygen. Narcissists absolutely require your emotional reaction to survive in this earthly matrix. Your anger feeds their empty souls. Your deep sorrow sustains their twisted ego. When you abruptly shut the door and took your energy back, you permanently cut their spiritual oxygen supply forever. They are frantically checking your digital footprint to see if their poison worked. They desperately want to see you looking miserable and completely defeated, but instead they see you flourishing in your hidden sanctuary. You are stepping into your untouchable, ageless glow, and your absolute peace is driving them completely insane right now. Listen to me very closely right now, because most people completely miss this massive shift. The flying monkeys are starting to notice the heavy cracks in the manipulator's mask. The lies are beginning to unravel at a terrifying speed. The chaotic energy they tried to project onto you is now bouncing back and destroying their very own camp. This is the undeniable power of the cycle breaker. Your high frequency simply does not tolerate demonic interference anymore. God is rapidly exposing the rotten foundation of every single person who tried to bury you. You are completely protected while their entire constructed reality slowly crumbles to dust. And you won this massive spiritual battle without lifting a single physical finger. Let us analyze the pathetic nature of those flying monkeys a little further. They traded their own spiritual integrity for a cheap seat at the manipulator's table. They thought they were joining the winning team when they conspired against your light. But now they are hopelessly trapped in a collapsing house with a raging monster they can no longer control. The narcissist has absolutely no real loyalty to anyone on this earth. The moment the flying monkeys stop providing endless validation, they will be discarded, just like you were. But unlike you, they do not have the divine strength to survive a brutal discard. They will be entirely consumed by the exact darkness they eagerly helped unleash upon your innocent life. They are deeply intimidated by your unapologetic authenticity. You refuse to wear a fake mask just to make them feel comfortable in their endless lies. You speak the raw truth with a quiet authority. That bold authority literally shakes the very foundation of their dark matrix programming. Your mere presence demands a massive level of spiritual accountability that they are entirely incapable of ever providing to anyone. This is why your frequency is a lethal threat to their survival. You carry the specific light that exposes every hidden demon in their dark minds. They had to push you away before you completely dismantled their carefully constructed illusions. Your departure was their absolute last desperate attempt to save their fake reality from a public and humiliating exposure. If this revelation is vibrating with your cellular knowing today, you must claim it physically. Do not let the matrix steal your focus right now. Type 777 in the comments to physically anchor this exact shift into your reality. Seal your frequency and lock your heavy doors against their desperate returning energy before we move forward. You have survived the darkest attacks of the toxic matrix. You walked through the heavy fire and you did not even smell like smoke. This is the undeniable power of a true chosen one. Your spirit is completely unbreakable. And while your enemies desperately try to figure out how you survived, heaven is actively preparing your ultimate reward today. The universe does not just remove toxic people without a massive plan. God is replacing your intense sorrow with an absolutely undeniable physical manifestation of His favor. Heaven is now releasing 3 specific signs that you are under total divine protection. The third sign is the most powerful revelation. Do not leave before you hear it. Sign number 1 is the permanent severing of their dangerous access. Your quiet phone is not a punishment for your past. It is an impenetrable shield of pure angelic fire surrounding your home. The narcissist physically cannot reach your pure frequency anymore. God scrambled their radar completely. You are completely invisible to their dark and heavy demonic monitoring. You were always the rare diamond they desperately wanted to crush. They tried to put you in a cheap setting just to make themselves feel incredibly important. But a diamond can never be destroyed by simple dirt. The dirt just washes away in the heavy rain, and now you are shining with a brilliant intensity that absolutely blinds their deeply envious eyes. Stay with me because this next revelation is the key to everything. Sign number 2 is the supernatural activation of your ageless glow. Time was supposed to completely ruin you. The heavy stress and the brutal betrayals were supposed to carve deep, heavy wrinkles into your beautiful face. They fully expected your departure to permanently destroy your light. Yet here you are making time itself look like an absolute fool. You did not just survive their toxic storm, you became the blazing sun. Every morning you wake up looking younger and completely unbothered by their pathetic earthly drama. Your cellular energy is vibrating at a massive royal frequency that literally forces your physical body to regenerate instantly. While their deep bitterness is aging them like milk left in the hot sun, the universe has completely reversed your biological clock. Your radiant health is their ultimate psychological torture. Every single time they secretly check on you, your profound beauty hits them like a heavy brick. They realize they threw away the most exquisite treasure they ever possessed. Listen to me very closely right now. Most people completely miss this massive shift because they are forever trapped in the matrix. But your spirit is vibrating with a deep cellular knowing today. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity. You are the rare cycle breaker who took all their heavy poison and turned it into absolute pure spiritual gold. Which brings us to the third and final sign. This is the exact sign you stayed here to receive today. Sign number 3 is the divine barricade against their returning energy. The master manipulator always tries to come back. They always wait for a moment of weakness to suddenly knock on your quiet door. But heaven has permanently sealed the heavy iron gates. God installed a massive spiritual tripwire around your current life. The moment they even think about sending you a fake apology, their own chaotic energy blows up in their face. Your enemies are literally fighting an invisible army right now. Every single weapon they secretly forge against you immediately turns around and strikes their own dark camp. You do not have to defend yourself ever again. The universe is acting as your fierce personal bodyguard in this specific season. You are a royal member of the elite remnant. You possess a spiritual authority that commands the very elements of this earthly matrix. When you speak a decree in your quiet room, it echoes like massive thunder in the spiritual realm. They thought you were a weak target because you were extremely kind. They deeply mistook your pure, profound empathy for pathetic human weakness. But true power is the ability to show immense grace while holding a lethal weapon of silence. You are the absolute master of your own reality today. You bent the very fabric of time to escape their suffocating little box. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening behind their closed doors. The flying monkeys are starting to realize they backed the completely wrong horse. The heavy guilt and the undeniable fear are slowly creeping into their dark minds. They are watching you thrive from a massive distance, and the unbearable weight of their massive regret is finally crushing them. Do not look back at the burning bridge today. Let the heavy flames light your beautiful path forward into the glorious unknown. You are stepping into a profound season of completely unstoppable abundance. Your frequency is fully aligned with the highest order of the divine universe. Prepare your spirit, because the final collapse of their empire is happening right now in real time. Let us shift our focus entirely to the enemy camp right now. The profound silence of your isolation was supposed to be their ultimate trap. They engineered this massive smear campaign to completely break your spirit. They genuinely believed that leaving you alone in the dark would force you into absolute surrender. But their dark plan has completely backfired. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly in your mind. The master manipulator is currently experiencing a massive internal panic. They secretly monitor your silent existence every single day. They desperately expect to see you crying and begging for their toxic return. Instead, they are met with a terrifying wall of absolute peace. Your quiet strength is driving them utterly insane. They are literally starving for your pure energy today. Narcissists cannot generate their own spiritual oxygen. They absolutely rely on your emotional reactions to survive the heavy matrix. When you firmly closed the door and stopped reacting, you completely severed their vital supply line. And now they are physically suffocating under the heavy weight of their own dark karma. That heavy, suffocating feeling you used to carry is no longer yours. The universe lifted that dark burden from your tired shoulders. And heaven dropped that massive weight squarely onto their guilty conscience. They are tossing and turning at 3 a.m. while you are finally sleeping like a peaceful child. The spiritual scales of justice are forcefully balancing themselves right now. Pay close attention to this next part, because the enemy tried to hide this from you. The dynamic inside their toxic circle is rapidly deteriorating. The master manipulator urgently needs a new scapegoat to drain. Because you are totally out of reach, they are starting to feed on the very flying monkeys who helped them destroy your name. The dark camp is consuming itself. The flying monkeys are finally waking up to the terrifying reality. They are beginning to see the heavy cracks in the manipulator's fake mask. The endless lies are getting entirely too complicated to maintain. The people who blindly followed the narcissist are now experiencing the exact same brutal treatment you survived. The false empire is severely fracturing from the inside out. Read that again in your deep spirit. Your absolute absence created a massive vacuum they simply cannot fill. They frantically try to find a cheap replacement for your radiant energy. They bring new people into their chaotic circle, but nobody possesses your rare divine depth. Every single counterfeit replacement just painfully highlights the massive treasure they foolishly threw away. They realize now that you were never a regular target. You were a highly protected, chosen one. They completely fumbled a massive divine assignment when they chose to betray your pure heart. The profound fear of spiritual retribution is heavily creeping into their dark minds. They know heaven is actively preparing a brutal judgment for their unforgivable actions against you. Your absolute silence is the exact weapon destroying their sanity. If you were loudly screaming and fighting back, they would feel powerful and totally in control. But your profound quiet is a heavy tombstone slowly closing over their fake reality. They cannot manipulate a target that refuses to speak. They cannot gaslight a chosen one who refuses to even look in their general direction. The tension behind their closed doors is at an absolute breaking point. The mask is slipping in private every single day. They are snapping at their loyal enablers and losing their manufactured charm. The carefully constructed illusion of their perfect life is totally crumbling under the massive pressure of your silent victory. They are deeply terrified of being publicly exposed. Before we go any further, I need you to anchor this truth. Do not break your sacred no-contact rule today. Do not look out the window of your divine fortress to check on their current misery. Let the flawless justice of the universe run its perfect course. You must remain completely insulated from the heavy blast radius of their incoming destruction. God is actively turning up the spiritual heat right now. The pressure in their dark camp is absolutely unbearable. The memory of your pure, selfless love is now their ultimate daily torment. Every time they try to sleep, your radiant face flashes in their guilty mind. They are hopelessly trapped in the heavy prison of their own twisted decisions. We are rapidly approaching the final breaking point. The private panic you just witnessed is about to violently spill into the public square. The heavy dam holding back their dark secrets is cracking wide open. Prepare your spirit for the undeniable climax of this divine intervention. The universe is about to serve a massive plate of public justice. But here is the turning point where everything finally exploded. The private panic I just revealed to you could no longer be contained in the dark. The master manipulator just experienced a massive and irreversible public collapse. Their heavy mask did not just slip today. It completely shattered in front of the exact people they used to gossip with. Everyone in their toxic circle is watching them unravel in real time. They are loudly malfunctioning in the middle of the public square. The lies they meticulously built around your good name are falling apart completely. And the very flying monkeys who once helped them destroy you are now stepping back in absolute horror. While they are screaming and frantically trying to hold their fake empire together, you are sitting in absolute peace. You did not have to defend yourself at all. The universe is currently fighting your battle with a terrifying and flawless precision. You are stepping into your untouchable, ageless glow while their dark world burns to the ground. They look completely drained and exhausted. The heavy spiritual toll of their deep envy has literally aged them overnight. Every time your name comes up in their chaotic room, it hits them with the agonizing weight of massive regret. They realize they threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held, just to play with cheap, worthless rocks. This is the ultimate divine vindication you have been waiting for. You won this massive spiritual war without lifting a single physical finger. Your pure silence was the lethal weapon that starved their demons completely. Now they are drowning in the loud noise of their own destructive making, and they are desperately searching for a way out. And here is the final, undeniable verdict from heaven that we promised at the very beginning. The universe isolated you specifically to protect you from this exact catastrophic collapse. If you had stayed in their toxic circle, the heavy debris of their public humiliation would have completely crushed your beautiful spirit today. You were hidden in the dark because heaven knew this explosion was coming. God physically removed you from the blast radius of their inevitable downfall. The lonely nights and the empty rooms were never a punishment for your pure heart. They were a heavily armored shield keeping you completely safe from a master manipulator's final, desperate meltdown. They are desperately trying to rebuild the narrative, but nobody is listening anymore. The public sees the raw truth of their deeply rotten core. The crowd is watching them frantically try to blame everyone else for their own massive failures. It is a pathetic and humiliating spectacle, and you are completely removed from their chaotic circus forever. You carry a specific gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. You walked through their heavy fire and came out shining like pure gold. Your enemies are sick with jealousy as they watch you flourish from a massive distance. They wanted you buried deep in the dirt, but instead they became the shovel that dug up your ultimate treasure. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a broken person. You have completely transcended their low-vibrational matrix. The people who abandoned you are now trapped in a heavy prison of their own making. They are forced to watch you ascend to heights they can never reach. Your profound victory is absolutely permanent today. Every single tear you shed in silence has been converted into massive spiritual currency. The heavy weight on your chest is completely gone. You are breathing the clean air of absolute freedom. Your physical body is literally vibrating with a cellular, knowing that the war is finally over, and the enemy camp is entirely destroyed. They will never again have the power to manipulate your pure reality. The heavy spiritual cords connecting you to their dark matrix are permanently severed. You are standing in the blazing light of divine justice. This is the exact moment your painful season of isolation ends, because the heavy iron doors of your sanctuary are finally unlocking. You are about to step into a massive season of explosive abundance. Heaven is rolling out the red carpet for the cycle breaker who refused to surrender. Your silence defeated the giants. Your resilience shattered the dark elite's heavy programming. You are the untouchable sovereign of your own magnificent destiny right now. Take a deep breath and physically feel the massive shift in the atmosphere. The universe just handed you the ultimate crown of victory. The people who tried to bury you are completely silenced forever. Your ageless glow is blinding the entire matrix today, and you have officially conquered the dark. This is the raw truth they could never handle. You were never meant to fit into their tiny, superficial world. You were designed by heaven to stand entirely alone until the exact moment of your massive elevation. The lonely season has officially expired. Prepare yourself to walk out of that quiet room and claim your ultimate divine inheritance. You are completely free today. The heavy spiritual warfare is officially over. You walked into this quiet season bleeding from deep wounds inflicted by people who were totally blind to your immense worth. But look at your beautiful spirit now. You are no longer waiting in pain for an apology from a broken master manipulator. The heavy chains are finally broken. You are breathing the pure air of absolute victory. The universe has fully vindicated your pure heart. While your enemies are publicly unraveling in their own chaotic mess, you are stepping into your permanent and untouchable, ageless glow. The financial struggles and the spiritual exhaustion are completely shattering right here and right now. You are the absolute sovereign of your own magnificent reality. Heaven is smiling at your quiet resilience. Your empty room is no longer a place of sorrow. It has completely transformed into a golden throne room of divine preparation. You are surrounded by an invisible army of angels protecting your every single step, and they are actively clearing the path for the massive miracles traveling toward you today. The days of acting as a human battery for toxic parasites are permanently finished. You are entirely whole again. Take a very deep breath and release the final traces of their heavy energy. Let it completely wash out of your physical body. You do not owe those broken people another second of your precious time, because your extreme empathy is now reserved strictly for the elite remnant who can actually match your royal frequency in this new season. You are a highly guarded treasure. You are the rare cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. The Matrix wants you to stay small and quiet, but heaven is commanding you to step fully into your immense power today. You hold the specific keys to doors that the dark elite desperately want to keep locked. Your radiant light is the exact antidote to their heavy poison. And the universe is about to reward you for keeping your spirit pure when you had every reason to turn cold and bitter. Every closed door in your past was simply a divine redirection toward this exact moment in time, and you are currently standing on the edge of a massive timeline jump. The universe is heavily pregnant with your ultimate reward. But there is a specific spiritual law that governs the release of this explosive abundance into your physical reality. You must intentionally bridge the gap between the spiritual realm and the earth. You did not survive that brutal fire just to live a mediocre life. The divine verdict of explosive abundance has already been signed in the highest courts of heaven, but this massive blessing requires a physical anchor on earth to fully activate. God does not measure your profound faith by your silent thoughts alone. He absolutely measures your pure faith by your immediate speed of obedience today. The window of massive multiplication is standing wide open right now. The dark elite want you to hesitate and calculate your next move. They will desperately try to whisper heavy financial doubt into your mind at this exact second, because they want you to keep your hands tightly closed, so you completely block the incoming harvest. Silence that demonic matrix programming immediately. Do not let them win. If your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing right now, heaven is demanding your immediate action. That slight hesitation you feel is just the left brain trying to build a new prison for your soul. You must prove you are completely ready to receive the massive wealth heaven prepared for you, and the universe requires a bold demonstration of your absolute trust in this specific prophetic mandate. Your radical generosity is the exact physical trigger for the upcoming harvest. You must partner your finances with this specific divine mandate today. Sow your financial seed of faith right now to lock in this magnificent frequency. Your seed is not a regular transaction. It is a powerful spiritual covenant that forces the universe to open the heavy floodgates of absolute prosperity over your entire house. Use the Super Thanks button below this broadcast or click the secure portal in the pinned comment. Give your seed with a joyful and fearless heart, because when you release your finances into this pure, fertile ground, you are commanding the angels to multiply your resources. Do not wait until tomorrow to obey a command that heaven is giving you today. The massive shift happens the exact second you obey. After you sow your sacred seed, you must subscribe to this sanctuary. You are a vital part of the rising remnant, so you must join this elite tribe today to ensure you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. We are building an untouchable army of cycle breakers across the earth. Type 777 in the comments below to permanently seal your energetic alignment with this glorious victory. You are completely safe. You are deeply loved by the highest power in the universe. Walk forward into your new reality with absolute royal confidence, because the heavy storm is officially over and your magnificent golden season has finally begun today. Step firmly into your power and receive the exact harvest heaven prepared for you. The entire universe is heavily conspiring in your favor. You are the chosen one,